From translation, Net New English Translation. This 273 day of the year. Today we are reading passages Zechariah 8 to 14. Zechariah chapter 8 verses 1 to 19. Then the word of the Lord of Heavenly Armies came to me. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, I am very passionate about Jerusalem and Zion. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, I am returning to Zion. I will live in Jerusalem. Jerusalem will be called the city of the Lord of Heavenly Armies. The mountain of the Lord of Heavenly Armies will be there. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, old men and women will again sit in the streets of Jerusalem, each with a staff in hand because of advanced age. The city will be filled with boys and girls playing in its streets. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, even if this seems impossible to the small community of survivors of Israel now, will it also seem impossible to me? I, the Lord of Heavenly Armies, say it. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, look, I am going to rescue my people from the eastern and western countries. I will bring them back to Jerusalem. They will live there. They will be my people, and I will be their God. I will be faithful to them and to their ancestors. The Lord of Heavenly Armies says, so make these things happen. For now, when you people hear these words from the mouths of the prophets who were there when the foundation was laid for the construction of the temple, you must not give up. For prior to these events, people did not receive wages for their labor, and animals did not eat grain. No one found safety from the adversary, and I sent all people in the world to fight against each other. But now I will not deal with the remnant of this people as I did in the past, says the Lord of Heavenly Armies. For there will be a peaceful time for planting, and the vine will produce fruit. The ground will produce grain, and the sky will produce dew. I will allow the remnant of Israel to possess all these things. And it will come about that just as you Israelites were a curse to the nations, so will I save you, and you will become a blessing. Do not fear, let your hands be strong. For the Lord of Heavenly Armies says, just as I had determined to punish you when your ancestors angered me, says the Lord of Heavenly Armies, so I have decided to help you again. In fact, I am determined to make Jerusalem a cup that will make all the nations around her drink. They will drink their own blood and be like those who stumble about drunk. These are the things you must do. Speak the truth to one another. Do not plot evil against your neighbor. Do not hold a grudge against your neighbor. Do not love deceit or an oath. For all these things I hate, says the Lord. The word of the Lord of Heavenly Armies came to me again, saying, the Lord of Heavenly Armies says, it is clear that many peoples and great kingdoms will come to Jerusalem to seek the Lord of Heavenly Armies and to pray to him. Zechariah chapter 9, verses 1 to 17. Here is a message about an oracle. The Lord's message is in the land of Hadrach, and Damascus is its target. The Lord also will make Hamath vulnerable, along with Tyre and Sidon, even though they are very wise. Tyre has built for herself a fortress. She has gathered silver like gold and made the sea her treasure. But the Lord will take her wealth away and destroy her power on the sea, and she will be consumed by fire. Ashkelon will see and be afraid. Gaza will be in a panic. Ekron will lose all confidence. The king of Ekron will perish. The lordless Philistine will be destroyed. Anyone left will be killed. I will take their bloody meat and delicious delicacies from their mouths, and the leftovers of their sacrifices will be consumed by their own military leaders. They will all fall victim to their own sword, but I will put up camp among my people to protect them from attackers. Neither will marauders nor oppressors cross over against them anymore. Now they can live securely. Rejoice greatly, daughter Zion. Shout, daughter Jerusalem. Look, your king is coming to you. He is just and victorious, yet humble, riding on a donkey's foal, the young of a female donkey. I will remove the chariot from Ephraim and the war horses from Jerusalem, and the battle bow will be defeated. He will speak peace to the nations, and his dominion will be from sea to sea and from the Euphrates River to the ends of the earth. As for you, because of your own blood I have freed you from prison. I have released you from the well in which you were confined. Return to the stronghold, you prisoners of hope. Today I am announcing that I will return double the amount to you. For I have bent Judah like my bow, I have made Ephraim like its arrow. I will stir up your sons, Zion, against your sons, Greece, and I will treat you like a warrior's sword. Then the Lord will appear over them, and his arrow will shoot forth like lightning. His sovereign will sound the alarm with his trumpet, and he will march in the storm winds of the south. The Lord of Heavenly Armies will protect them. They will devour and subdue with sling stones. They will drink their blood like wine. They will be full like a bowl used for sprinkling the blood of the sacrifice. They will be like those who are arrayed with sacrifices on the stones of the corner. The Lord their God will deliver them on that day, his people as his flock. They will be like the gemstones of a crown, lifted high like the crown of his kingship. For how great is his beauty, how great is his majesty. Grain will make his young men strong, and his holy covenant will make his elders rich and numerous. Zechariah chapter 10, verses 1 to 12. Ask for rain from the Lord at the time of the latter rain. The Lord who makes the thunderstorms will also give them a stormy wind, and rain for everyone who asks him. The teraphim speak deception, the diviners see false visions, and the dreamers of dreams relate lies. However, like a drunkard, you give comfort to them, and the needs of your people are not satisfied. My anger burns red hot against the shepherds, and I will punish the leaders. For the Lord of Heavenly Armies cares for his flock, the people of Judah, and will make them like his proud war horses. From them will come a cornerstone, from them will come a tent peg, from them will come a warrior's bow, from them will come every ruler. Together they will be like warriors trampling the mud of the streets in battle. They will fight, for the Lord is with them, and they will confuse the cavalry. I will strengthen the house of Judah and deliver the house of Joseph. I will restore them because I have compassion on them, and they will be as though I had not abandoned them. For I am the Lord their God, and I hear them. The Ephraimites will be like warriors, and their hearts will be warm as wine. Their children will see it and rejoice, their hearts will be happy in the Lord. I will signal for them and gather them, for I have redeemed them, they will be as numerous as they were numerous before. I will scatter them among the nations, but in distant lands they will remember me. They will live with their children and return. I will bring them back from Egypt and gather them from Assyria. I will bring them to the lands of Gilead and Lebanon, for there will not be enough room for them in their own land. The Lord will cross over the sea, he will smash the waves as in a storm, and the Nile will dry up. His roar will shake the waters, and they will gallop down the river like a mighty chariot, harnessed to the Lord's chariot. The Lord will strengthen them, and they will prevail over the Greeks. They will be like warriors. Zechariah chapter 11, verses 1 to 17. Open your gates, Lebanon, so that fire may consume your cedars. Wail, cypress tree, for the strongest tree has fallen, the mighty cedars are destroyed. Wail, oaks of Bashan, for the dense forest has been cut down. Listen to the shepherds' cries, for their glorious flock is completely destroyed. This is what the Lord my God says, shepherd the flock marked for slaughter. Those who sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I have become rich. The shepherds do not pity them. For I will no longer have compassion on the inhabitants of this land, says the Lord, but I will give each one over to his neighbor and to his king. They will devastate the land, and I will not deliver it from their clutches. So I shepherded the flock for sale, all the oppressed ones in the land. I took 2 staffs, one I called Pleasant and the other I called Union. Then I began to shepherd the flock. In 1 month I eliminated 3 shepherds, for I was tired of them and they also detested me. So I said, I will not shepherd you anymore. If one dies, then it dies. If one is struck down, then it is struck down. The others will devour each survivor's flesh. Then I took my staff, Pleasant, and cut it in 2 as a sign of the covenant God made with all the nations. That day it was revoked, and the oppressed ones of the flock who were watching me realized that it was, indeed, a message from the Lord. I said to them, If you like, then pay me my wages. If not, then stop paying. So they paid me 30 pieces of silver. The Lord said to me, Throw it to the potter. So I took the 30 pieces of silver and threw them to the potter at the Lord's house. Then I cut into my 2nd staff, Union, as a sign of the demise of the brotherly covenant between Judah and Israel. The Lord said to me, Take for yourself once more the instruments of a foolish shepherd, for behold, I am about to raise up for the land a shepherd who does not care for those who are about to die, does not value those who are about to be wounded, and does not nourish the flock that remains. He will devour the flesh of the fat ones and tear off their hoofs. Woe to the worthless shepherd who leaves the flock. A sword will over his arm and his right eye. His arm will wither completely, and his right eye will be completely blinded. Zechariah chapter 12, verses 1 to 2. An oracle. The Lord's message concerning Israel. The Lord, the one who has made heaven and earth, speaks. Look, I am making Jerusalem a cup that will make all the nations around her drunk. They will drink their own blood and be like those who stumble about drunk.